Another fine day, another wonderful day, another beautiful day. We get together and have conversations. We get together and we talk about things that are happening in our community. Talk about things, people, everything that can help us become a better people. That can help us become good people. That can help us move up. It's going to be another fine conversation. Now, most of you know how I was supposed to title this segment, yet something like that because we want to leave it open for other conversations. We're definitely going to talk about something specific, but then maybe towards the end or during the conversation, we'll talk about what is actually really trending also. Because whether we like it or not, we have to have these conversations. And another thing also is the fact that when I know that innocent with the brain, especially when it comes to certain topics. And so we've not had a chance to have him on here, especially with which we go on yesterday or which we don't they go on. But we'll try for programs on team. We'll talk a little bit about and small today, and then next week, maybe from Monday or Tuesday or whatever, we'll try for programs on team for really be specific on that topic. But yeah, it's going to be another fun conversation. So welcome.
Thank you, Masa. Thank you very much. Happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you for joining us again today. We are really happy, as usual, having you with us, have this conversation about what has been going on in our community. A lot has been going on, and we have to talk about it. And you always know through the conversation will come the ideas, and through the shock of ideas might come evolution. So welcome to the show. Feel comfortable wherever you're sitting or you're seated. Feel free to jump into the comment section and let your opinion be known. At a certain point when we open the line for you guys, you jump in and then you can voice your own view, your own opinion, and if you have any question concerning what we'll be talking about, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you. Welcome again.
Yeah, I seen the talk about today now football with Bob. Yeah, we're supposed to have Bob Didi today, but unfortunately, I had a conversation with him, and we needed to reschedule. We needed to reschedule. For some reason that for me, I feel like are far more important than us having the conversation we needed to have. At the end of the day, we still get time, right? The Opopo day for holidays, things that they go on now. Like I said, whatever reason we decided to reschedule the conversation is more important than the conversation we're supposed to have today. By the way, the conversation was just going to be about the man, some of the things he's done, where he's coming from, why he invest so much in football, even though the insults and things like that. We're just going to talk about plenty in them. But like I said, me and I get some really good conversation yesterday. And my conclusion, him na even decide because for you, I'm not a fighter or I'm not a person we he want always, but I'm like no, crazy. With which we are on here now, I know things say na a good thing. I know feel comfortable for have you sit there and we're having these conversations, and then from the back of my mind, I know see you're just managing, you're just pushing and things like that. Yeah, but we'll go ahead and have conversations. We'll probably talk about him. I just hope the innocent will get questions, and because the reason why I wanted to really do this with him was I feel like so many people, so side day of him, we so many people don't know him. I just feel like I needed to talk about that side, share that side. So when you go out there and you are trying to castigate him, you're trying to say whatever thing you want to say because a blogger who doesn't even know him is posting this or saying that, you can at least know where to start from if you're going to judge him or anything. Innocent, what do you think? You'll get questions for me about Bob Didi.
Yeah, of course. You know, most people, like you were saying, don't really know who Bob Didi is. So let's start by first introduce him in your own standpoint, in your own view. Who do you really think Bob Didi is, and what is that part of his personality, of his person that most people don't know?
Innocent, I'm not as smart as you. You can ask one question at a time. Ask one question.
I
Answer.
beg,
You
just
ask
try.
the other question.
I beg, just try introduce Bob Didi to people like maybe,
Move your chair a little bit,
yeah,
your phone.
for people like maybe
Your phone.
me who don't really know him the way you do. Who is Bob Didi? And let's start with that.
So Bob Didi for me now this Cameroonian, this Pikin way he grew like all of we for Cartier, probably come from a very poor family. Because if when I met him he was broke, he was a regular person, it means he probably come from a regular family. I got to know him a long time ago when I was playing for Akada, and like I said, he looked like any other regular person. But the one thing that stood out for me about him was his love for football, his passion for football. Now, people they like football, right? People they like football for go watch them for the entertainment reasons. People they like football for go watch them because he maybe back then they will invest and they make money. People they like football because maybe they play football. But this guy had some love and some passion for football. Me personally, I need be even to understand me how, like, when we were young, right, and we did not understand how these things work, you be the instant looking like this guy now the fool for our team. Like you see a grown-up man, a big man. I don't think he be over 07 that time, but you see some big man where I think they already married, he gets small walkway, the walkway, they make him money and this and but it bring himself right down for even self player them, give them water, do some kind of thing them just because of football, go even wear mascot. I mean say wear that juju lengando, do some dance, do some kind of thing them for. And then you're like, wow, that is the person I know Bob Didi. Now the person now for Bob Didi with me, I know him. I don't know personally where he was born, but I know seeing Limbe Pikin. Back then, I did not even bother to know if he was where you came from, the tribe or whatever. I don't know. See, I can't address some person they call him Bob Didi. I did not even know his names, and I got to know his names. He never even stay. I don't know. See, I can't go guess who was supporter when I super supporter Bob Didi. We he liked the team.
Nickname.
Yeah, he liked the team. So if he died for the team, that is what I can say at that level.
So when you see people in the social media try to drag him into mud, because as you're obviously saying, he's a very passionate person about whatsoever he's doing, about football, about the love. So we'll come to that later on. But when you see people that really don't know where this guy is coming from and the love he has for football being dragged down into the mud like that, how do you feel about it?
It's 2025, and that is the normal thing nowadays. Social media has given people the platform. You understand?
So anybody,
Because you can sit in the comfort of your room, you can sit just anywhere, and then you can see whatever I want to say about whoever. Probably the person you don't even knows how we did. Probably you can go on that fake account and you just do whatever I want to do. Now, people drag others on social media for different reasons. So one day they drag some persons and because they really need to drag them because they get that personal problem. So one day they drag them because they actually want attention. So you need even drag the person because you deserve for drag the person. But you know, say if I drag the person, Samuel Eto'o, Bob Didi, Ndaze, Toridey, all of Paul Biya and all of these guys, for Camto, anybody want drag Camto deserve for drag Camto. So I know. But some names and the way people they drag them now because they know the glory way they bring and they know the spotlight we bring and they know the benefits they get out. We don't see social media platforms with their editorial line na Samuel Eto'o. You understand? And they're making crazy money from that. So when I see people they drag Bob Didi, they surprise me first of all because of the times we did it. But now when I see some specific people they do that is when it becomes troubling. That is when it becomes concerning. That is when I start to ask myself, okay, what did it happen? You understand? It's like how many are you there now? We already build some relationship. Not even now. From when me and you be even close. I be just see you for that side, you see me for this side. But you knew that guy is a cool guy. I knew that guy is a cool guy. And when we meet up for here, no matter what is your person want to tell you about me, you tell and say no. And that's I know he. If he act this way where you think say bad, it means say something done. You understand? And that is how I feel like our community is supposed to be. So when some certain specific people, the way they really know this guy, from when he was a broke person, when he was a nobody, but then if he still move the last of his coins, last of his money, you understand? Hell we support we buy we chop, pay people then flight for go test match or go try us out of. You understand? Do some kind of the struggle for find people in team and all of that. I'm like, now the people in that way they actually baffle me. No be any regular when any regular person, any regular blogger that is paid 10,000 or whatever to say whatever they want to say about him when they start doing that, I don't really care. For me, I just be like, okay, now 2025, now social media age, people go drag people for different reasons. One of them being, I just want a topic where go make people talk. You understand? But when people they really close to you, they drag you, and then worst of all, they drag you with information where it be verifiable and it not be true. That is when I'm like, this is crazy.
So if I want to push to the question, do it on your own standpoint of view, is he always right, Bob Diddy? Does he have any failure, any fault or something that people might just hang on to drag him down? He has I think he's a human being. It's normal.
Trust me, Bob Diddy is a human being like all we. You understand? And like most of we, two you do and now, you know, be ever should done some talk say, you know what, at some point in time in my life, I'll get on media. I should say put all this, they call you Michelle journalist.
Yeah.
They go on play, they say, oh, you know, Michelle journalist.
For those who didn't know me, know that I was not even interested.
Okay, so just imagine some person like me also, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? Sometimes we grow up and then we find interest in certain things, or because of certain reasons, we start doing certain things. In an amateur way. But guess what? You get for learn. As you do want me to make your mistakes, you do rise. You do want me to make your mistakes, you do rise. You do want me to correct yourself. You do want me to correct yourself, and then until you become a better person. And that is where our community comes in. That is where our friends come in. That is where our family comes in, because they know, say you are actually learning while you're working. Yeah. You understand? Now then get will be your excuse, your mouthpiece will say, oh, maybe the one way do and so any even know say no go for do am. On a pardon on a excuse. Maybe. Now if the complaints the way they make them, you need to actually change. That is where it's problematic. But if you do something and then they complain and then you not do them again, it means you not be even mean for do them, or you not even know saying a bad thing. And it means you change, and it means our community is getting better. So I don't want even talk if Bob Diddy at some point he do bad or he do bad and this and that. For she don't be able to say maybe never make one or two small mistake them. You understand? I'll just be stupid. I'll be stupid if I talk so. But guess what? If person don't do 3 million good things and they do 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 mistakes, no matter for be like, okay, you know what? If the man don't do all of this good and with no intention, and they do the one you do an answer, now just a small mistake if you correct and move on.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, what I would emphasize say, or I insist say, if the mistake the way the person make them, we call it out, and then we realize say correct them. You understand? Yeah. I'll give you a simple example. Bob Diddy be used to go for FIFA training, one conduct training, go for FIFA games, go sit down for bench, one coach match, all of that.
When the coach is sitting around.
Yeah, where the coach is sitting on the bench. Yeah. But guess what? Since we cry out and then they suspend it because he do wait. Have you seen him do that? So it means say he didn't learn. You understand? Yeah. It means say he didn't learn. We used to see he go go with that anger, go travel because now two it happen. Name na Bob the first man for do am. Yeah. After some game, if you really be frustrated, you go meet up with the tennis. I don't like to wanna do. It don't mean you're threatening them or anything. You're just expressing. You understand? Yeah. You're just expressing your frustrations and stuff like that. We've seen it even at the level of Champions League. So you don't do all these things, some of these things, and then we don't come out, we don't call it out. The population don't say, oh, we don't like this and this and that. And you don't realize it for the last probably how many months? Probably the last 7 games where they play, or about 6 months, right? Yeah. We never really see do all of that in them. Yeah. It means that the man they learn. Yeah.
If it be because of the suspension that he was suspended to be in the field for the rest of the remainder of the season, but now the season is over, I believe the suspension right now might be lifted up. So what I'm going to say about this is that, Bob Diddy, for the little I know about the man, is a very passionate guy. And we in Cameroon, as when it comes to football, sometimes we lose our sense of reason. So I would just say that he's a passionate guy that whenever he sees something not going right, he wants to fix it for himself. And being the kind of person, if I heard well how you talked about it, is somebody that wants things done and done the right way. So if he's had even a little bit of knowledge on something and he sees that but his intervention can make the things improve, he will definitely go in there to chip in. But does it give him the right to go coach the team when the coach is over there? I don't think so. Does that give him the right to go shout on the referee when he sees that the referee are going against him? No. Why? Because you are in a position of authority. when you are in a position of authority like that, you don't allow yourself into a certain level of anger or emotion. You have to learn to control, because you have to know that when you are a big tree that bears fruit, they're going to throw a lot of big stone at you. So don't give people enough reason again to be shooting at you, to be dragging you down. So this being said, it's a man of authority, which is in a position where everybody envy. And you know that when you have that kind of position, just like you said about Samuel Eto'o, you talk about Paul Biya, you talk about these people that have been being dragged into mud every time. So I'm going to move on onto this and ask you this question about the rise of Bob Didi with Opopo, because most people know Bob Didi because of Opopo, and then they know him when Opopo came to MTN Elite One. So
won the championship.
And they won the championship. So before, and he made this bold claim. I'm trying to construct this. So he made this bold claim that I'm coming to win the championship, and he won it. And some people saw it to be like match fixing stuff, but they didn't seem to understand that no, this is someone with vision, with passion, that will give himself all the tools and all the means to meet up his goal. So about his rise, the process with Opopo, from wherever he picked Opopo, by the way, start from where he picked Opopo to the title.
So, first of all, for those who don't know, Opopo don't always been a Bob Didi childhood team. You understand? Growing up, for every Limbe Pikin, not even only Bob Didi, for every Limbe Pikin, it was Opopo. It was one people, one power. It was Victoria United. And so they grew up passionately loving this team and wanting to see this team become the best, become the biggest, become that team that wins trophies. Is the talk of the town, you understand? So before I even joined Akada, before I got to know Bob Didi, he was already with Opopo. Back then, I think Panjala was with Opopo president and stuff like that. And you know, sometimes you join or you support a team or you support a project because of the visionary way he lead the project.
Yeah.
So when Panjala left Opopo and decided to form his own club, when at the same thing way they do for Bob Didi now, now they do for Panjala and I make it decide, you know what, man, form my club. You understand? They be insulted. The man be put money for make and say make team, make town guys on team. But you insult is any kind of man. Each on top push, I go insult you because you manage town team and stuff like that. Very disrespectful. So the man decided, you know what, let me go form my own team. But even when he formed his team, he did not completely move away from Opopo. He will support financially if need be. So when he become for Akada, people like Bob Didi, they be follow you. You understand? Continue with the passion and everything. So that was just to say Bob Didi don't be for football long enough.
Yeah.
And not just football for Opopo long enough. You understand? Mind you, even before Opopo get the glory way, he get an answer. Even when, by the way, even Akada, now Bob Didi be part of the group of people the way they help Akada qualify for first division. Most people they don't even know. When I go do a verification, when I go do it actually be like if I say part, if I say part. If you get 2 or 3 people, if not 2, if they're among the 2 people, the way not the middle reason why Wakada qualify for first division. After so many years. So this is how instrumental this man has been for football, not only in the Southwest, but Limbe specifically. For him, it's never about him. I talk this because guess what? If he be say the man be then about himself, you know, for one go invest his time or money or whatever resources for make Akada qualify, no influence Akada and a person in the team. You understand? When I wait to actually happen when the team qualified, they kicked him out or whatever. I don't know if they kicked him out, but he was sidelined.
Yeah, somehow.
You understand? After that, he stayed for a very long while without involving in football. They make millions, get millions, they do different things, them enjoy life and stuff. From what I learn. Now, one other person where we all grew up with at some point in time, because Opopo will go through its demise. You remember since I played with Opopo? Yeah. Interpol. I think that year they were the UB before I had to go play for Sabri.
Yeah.
So after years, Opopo don't struggle, then if you qualify, struggle, then if you qualify. And then this one particular person we really know, you know how passionate he be about football and Opopo. And the person come back for you. This person will play we also start with the Akada. And the person come back with Akada say, "Pa, you know if you leave a minute thing disappear." You understand? I know how much. I know you do know nothing football now, but I know how much you care about this team and this and that and that and that. That was how this person managed to convince Bob Didi, and then he moved plenty millions. I don't want to even talk about the money. With the person said, tell me. Wait, most of the things that I tell for year, I don't actually call people them. I had conversations with Bob Didi. I had conversations with other persons. Even persons that they know they agree with you right now. I had conversations with them, asked their opinion on certain things. And most of the information I'll give you about Bob Didi or Popo, it's coming from a source that we can consider, okay, except the person lie me. If the person lie me, fine. So person will prove talk for you, say no, Sakuda, why they tell you a lie. And then I'll call the person and tell you you're a liar because you be telling me a lie. So for that first level, Bob just give the money and even be involved. Say, okay,
and Opopo will be which as part of the league
for Devil League.
For Isaac guys here.
Devil League, that real Devil League. Yeah. So he give them money and then they go start struggle and this and that. Even coming to the team now, then after that year, and they just give them money, be small money, plenty money. Plenty, it's in the millions and millions and millions. They go manager, you know, worker.
You know, worker the first
year.
No,
the first year, no worker. Obobo struggled for like 3 years before they finally even get a chance for qualify before everything happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
And most people don't know that, you know, this is why it's important for us to have this kind of detail, because people will just talk about the standpoint of Opopo being already in the MTN Elite One. They don't know the road, the struggle they had to go through to get themselves over there, and the vision. That's why I'm asking this question, because it's very, very important for you to clarify this and put it outside for people to. Now, when you want to talk about Opopo, get a little bit of information and facts before you start opening your mouth. So you can continue. So the first year, he spent money, he invest money, being behind the scene, not even in front of the scene, behind the scene. And then now they struggle to bring themselves into the Interpol. After how many years? 2 or 3 years before?
Can you repeat that question again?
I mean, no, you know, he's been struggling in the backstage, giving money to the team to struggle to see if they can put. But after how many years they were able to make it to the Interpol and then eventually go to the
so I think 2 years. I think at the third year, where he actually came in like fully, completely. We actually now start progress in the progress now for mini Interpol, progress for Interpol, and then finally qualify. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So now we are talking about Bob Didi, the president of Opopo, the former champion of MTN Cameroon, MTN Elite One. And then this particular team had a lot of polemics around the rise and the winning of the title. So I don't know if when you had those conversations you were having with him, you have a little bit of chance to talk about it, like what drives him to bring Opopo up to this level. What was his motivation? And then how they go with that first. I don't want to give you plenty questions at time.
So his motivation, what drove him, and you remember he came out and he made a promise, especially when they got to Elite One. He said, I was going to be champion.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something I've learned. I work with so many people who are winners. I work with so many people who are millionaires. I work with so many people who don't succeed for different areas for their life. And once they decide to engage in something, no matter how small you look at, they put all their energy, because for them failure and failure, they believe say failure for the part of my life will affect the other part of my life. So when they decide to invest in certain things, they go in like, okay, let me do this. So, and I feel like that was the same spirit he came into with when it comes to Opopo. You understand? And like we talked about already, the guy, they listen that today he start do football team them. It don't be fun. It don't be obviously semi-president. It don't help team qualify for first division. You don't understand. He know how the terrain day. He know how this team then they work.
Yeah.
So when he be calm with the fact that, okay, I'm a successful man, for me I feel like that motivation that you understand. And Opopo na the pride of Limbe. Opopo na the pride of Ako. Opopo na the pride of Southwest.
Yeah.
Opopo na one of that team that will come when they want to talk about football, you get for mention Victoria United. So when he decides to say this, I will take over this team and try to do it to have it do. Your challenge na say may succeed. Nobody goes into things like that, especially some person like you when you be politician. Politicians, they just want to go there, organize the games, make these people play, make them qualify for mini Interpol, make them maybe they say they qualify for Interpol. Now, even if they go lost for Interpol, I don't already try my best and qualify them for Interpol. But somebody who is a businessman, somebody who has honest and sincere love for football, you understand? When they go in there, they want to succeed. You understand? I remember very well, I think when we were having the conversation, he told me about a certain conversation he had with somebody who has a bigger football knowledge than him. You understand? And the way the person explain football for you, and the way the person explain how we use football for build our country, how we use football, establish them as a business, and they use that now as a business now, empower our picking, empower our community, and build our community. You don't necessarily need to get a first division team because you will be champion every year. You will win Cameroon Cup every year. No. But guess what? We feel structure and for way the money where you put them, you need to lose them. But so many people, so many families, they benefit from. So he tell me, saying, when he had this conversation with this very influential football person, he said the person make me know say, so the manager for all sides. You understand? Now so the manager, now why do you see Real Madrid exist for the next how many years? They will buy all kind of expensive players, even when they don't win titles, they don't win them. You understand? So not about those titles where they win them. Now about the fact saying now business where all man the chop, the president the chop, the team manager, the doctors, the players, the community, the support, even the support that they benefit somehow. So it's not the reason that way it really make it be like, you know what? I think because I already get my company, I already get my business where I thrive, I do all these wonderful things. This can be my own place, especially because that's something I be passionate about. This can be my own place to invest all these millions. So I help my community, I help picking them all of that proof. After league, you already finished pay player their contract money, you already finished pay player their salary and everything. But what did he do? He went ahead
and gave them
prim. Gave them more money.
More prim.
Yeah. So
I think it was 200,000 for the players.
Each for the player, 400 for the
admission.
Yeah,
which is something interesting.
Bro, he get a 40 player, he get administrators like 15 to 20. If you calculate just 200,000 by 60, now how many million that will you still waste time? Or you don't owe them anything.
And then you don't win anything.
Yep.
You didn't win anything.
You don't win anything.
Okay, it was a
and most of that player they say probably their contract already end with you. You understand? So you just dash in the money that dash and they go.
We come down to this another question where you don't already it trend plenty for social media. That case, I know say is very delicate talking about the case of those players that was punished. Let me use this word. I don't want to use word that the algorithm will sanction our show. They were punished because of what reason. I don't know if you had a chance to talk about it, if you have your own idea about what really happened with the players, especially the goalkeeper that called the Sinafog and all that shenanigan that went on. Do you have any insight about that situation?
Okay, so first of all, I did not even want to have that conversation with him. But we talked about it a little bit, and fortunately, like I said, this is somebody I've known, you understand?
Yeah.
And the good thing also, I say I play football for Cameroon. And I play football when I be really young. I started playing for some kind of club the way I did 13, 14, and all of that. I started touching some kind of money. I remember very well my first plenty money with Panjala give me. I be really small. I be really young. I got that money. You put money in your pocket, you work out. You really touch your pocket, you will be a pro bag in the day. Thank God say it Panjala be tell me as I give you money, so put that in your pocket. But if you work out, you touch your pocket, they will not say you get money, they go follow you. So put out your pocket, mail say no, not you know if your pocket, go for Kumba, go give mommy. So when I see it actually happen, the first thing that crossed my mind was the relationship I had with the past presidents I played with. What na for Kumba who did they play? He's so rest in peace. I don't forget this president name. When I be PW Kumba, what na Saint Ake when I be play for Maritime, what na Panjala when I be play for Akada, when I don't forget my president for Sabli, when I be play for Sable, when na this Happy when I began to play for Union. You understand? So the relationship, even when I began UB, you remember I came to UB as an adult. The person who was coaching was probably no older than me for 1 or 2 or 3 years, maybe we've been then at age. You understand?
Shout out to Pep.
The one thing that crossed my mind when all of this happened was the relationship I had with these people. I realized and say, most of them were not treating me like a player. They were not treating me like a footballer. They were treating me like their small brother.
Or your
Most
son.
of them like their son. I'll tell you something. When I go to school, when I finished primary school, my parents did not have money to send me to secondary school. I played for a team, Top Cup. When Top Cup ended, that president for that team offered me scholarship. Say he go pay. He don't know my papa, he don't know my mama, he know should he die, he don't know my family member. All I needed to do was go to him, say, you promise me, say you pay my fees, he will give me the fees. I go back for you, say, you promise me, say you send me for school, so I need books, he will buy me books. I go back for you, say, oh, you promise, say you do this. He did those things without wanting to know who my parents were, whether they were even giving money for those things. You understand? So back in the days when we played, that was a relationship that most presidents had with the players, especially the young, talented players.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at Opopo is a team that was made of what kind of players? 17, 15, 16, and they're playing first division. What kind of relationship do you think this man will have with them? Somebody who grew up in that area where his son Jalakwan treating us like, bro, we will come training some morning, we will come over house, we come training for morning Sunday. After training, Jalakwan just can pack moto. So all when I enter, I would go to Bimbia and so when I go make start for 2 weeks. You don't have anything to say. You jump into the car and you go to Bimbia. They make ask you say one chop with you. They can ask you say, oh, you don't call your mama. No. Now because the structure for our community is family oriented.
Community oriented.
You understand? So in as much as we are struggling to move into professionalism, there is always that mindset of, oh no, now my picking this, and if he leaving me do some kind of thing. Now my picking this, and if he leaving me spoil, and if he leaving me waste a career, and if he leave, I be seen as a code the way they be talented because people be ignore them, people be then negligent with them, they don't play professional football. And if he leave the one. So for me, that was generally what probably happened. That was generally what probably happened. But you know how people then when they are looking for loopholes, social media generation, right? Yeah. When they're looking for things to use to drag you down, to drag you so they can have following on their page, they can have conversations going on their page, they'll twist them. And if the picking will be involved or the person will be involved, not be smart enough, not coming from a good family, which will happen, it will go with them, and then probably at the end of the day, go affect now. Remember when that whole thing happened? I did a video and I said my only concern is the career.
So
because the two when I talk and have 1 year, oh, they say do this, oh, they say accusations for you. The club presidents and club this and club managers and club they take it seriously.
Yeah.
They take it seriously. No, why they not accuse Nathan Douala? Why they not accuse the other man? Why not you people that they talk to you do the kind of thing? You understand?
So next question.
I'll even guarantee you say Opopo or Bob Didi or President Bob Didi or President Valentine Quine, they actually did not even share their own side of the story.
No,
if they had done that,
they didn't.
It would have been very, very destructive.
Damaging for the Pekin. Yeah. So that was going to be my next question. Like now that the Pekin did all that, so where is it now? Where is it standing now? So what I'm saying is like, guys, when you find yourself in a position where you have people caring for you, trying to make your life or make a living in a proper way, listen for their advice, especially elderly that are taking care of you. Now that they've dragged these people, have you heard about that Pekin again?
I don't hear about it. So, I don't know. Sir, we did. I don't know.
Exactly.
Guess what?
And a very talented player.
A very talented young player where we get future. Now Nathan Douala that don't go sign for Canon, right? You know how much money they spend on Nathan Douala
for? They give 3 million just for
I mean, you know how much money Opopo don't spend on Nathan Douala? He went to Canon. I think it's a free transfer. You understand? Yeah. If Opopo no spend for Nathan Douala, Opopo spend at least 15 to 20 million for Nathan Douala. You understand? And then when they call it for national team, they give now money. They give money. They don't give now Opopo. You understand? He had now for his CV and all of that. When if you struggle to go back and forth with the problem, they will get who solved that problem for you? Now Opopo solve them. But when he get the opportunity, what did he do? He go for Canon. You understand? And you don't see Opopo or Bob Didi or any person come out and cry, say, oh, the Pekin they be ungrateful because I don't do it all thing. Have you seen that?
No.
That is to show you the kind of person he is. I remember when he was sending Eno that other, I think 15 or 16-year-old
to
away.
Nigeria.
He sat down with him and he had this conversation with this young guy and was telling him about this is a new level for you, a new career for you. You're going out there not only for me but for your family. Remember, make sure you're a good guy. The only thing they will talk about them after this, and I say you be play for Opopo. But none of you know the Opopo will really get away. It will one make they say oh money or any stuff. So we beg you go out there and represent us. Now, man, when I fatherly figure, Opopo don't say the captain. Captain will be there for injury, the TKP, the treaty, and everything. He come back and play champion. Now, they don't like that is who he is. And now the kind of persons in that way we want them for football for now. Where they look at more like, okay, we'll get the family relationship, but then for the professional part also, I make sure that they respect my own side of the deal. Excuse me. Back in the days, it was like that. We will get that family relationship. But then for respect now the contract want to sign and for give you money and all that. No, now we don't tell us now we no master. Why you be my son? Maybe you can't chop for us. Exactly. You can't chop for us. So why go give you money again? Yeah. Yeah, so
where you see I did no, I did give money now. But yeah, you know, mentality and the environment don't evolve somehow. Mentality and the environment. So we stick on this point. Now that Opopo has finished this season, they wanted to probably shine on the level of at the continent, the African continent, as being the former champion. But it didn't really go the way they expected. So I don't know the strategy, the plan they put on. But when I look at it, the map is like they want to get the young players, make them play the elite, train them, make them play the elite football, and then if they can make their life better, if a better team can come for them, that would be nice. But this season, what are their plans if you had that opportunity? So then just talk about the last season. A lot of things happened with the president being suspended and with this social media dragging the team into the mud and then being called a cheating team, a cheating champion, and all of that. How did he manage to jump out of this negativity, being called cheating champion, colluding with the federation president and all of that? How did he manage to get out of that?
So like I told you earlier, winners are winners. You understand? And once you start winning and you win and you win and you win and you win, there's that winning mentality that you have already. You already understand what is important and what is not important. You understand? That's the reason why for a very long time, it doesn't really matter how much they drag Samuel Eto'o. You will not hear him come out to say, oh, why did man do this? Or let's meet in court or this and that and that. People that don't even drag you for court way after the case, if you press charges, you understand? Because I don't make me waste my time, I don't make sure I don't pay me. But whenever I hear you do them, you understand? The same thing, even people like Paul Biya and many of them, people when a winner, they get a mindset that is completely different. They know what is distraction. You understand? And they know what is important. I remember the one time, Samuel Eto'o had an interview and he was asked about, I don't remember the question, but he told the journalist, I have bigger fights in the front. I get very, very big fight the way they for front. So I don't need to waste my time, my energy
I believe
for
was
small.
Talking about the coach.
Yeah, I don't need to waste my time and my energy for small fight. And big fight they do for front. And now the winner mindset that way, most of that people they get them. You understand? They don't look at, oh, Toridey, they don't make some 1 or 2 posts against me, so I know if you go for a platform. Oh, Toridey, all this time I they go through this thing, Toridey never ever use the platform for helping me. No. They look at it like you come to them and you say, hey, we need to have a conversation. We need to sit down for an interview. They look at the opportunity it's bringing to the community. If I go there now and I sit and I talk, people will hear my side of the story. I will have the opportunity to teach kids, to educate people on what is happening, how it's happening, and then we move forward. Now, winner mindset that. So most of these auditing the way they happen around, it need to even affect them. Now, you will try to ask the question about Opopo and what to be their future. And if you really tell you about their future, you understand. I try to ask you the question, but you know, like I talked again earlier, most people like that, they always try to keep their plan, because when you come to announce them and then you realize them, people they start using now. Oh, me say no, because you understand. They have things to use against you and stuff like that. So I think they don't decide, you know what, this time around we'll just play cool and do what we have to do. And then when they want to talk anything, when they don't talk another time, they talk. You know, actually give me plans. I mean, I talk, but we not actually conclude like, okay, this is the plan
for the year.
But if you look at somebody like him, like I talk, if they already talk how many years ago, say he want to dominate football for Africa, and not think say he could kill that dream. You understand? I don't think say he could kill that dream, and no say he still get plan for one dominate football for Africa. And if you look at the team where they build, best way they buy Galacticos, they hope for win champion that year, and then maybe buy again for win the next year. But person way they build like La Masia, they hope for dominate league for a certain period. So if you sacrifice like 2-3 years, and then you build a team if you dominate league now like for 8 years, and then maybe they fade out, and then now you build again. You understand? And if you look at what Opopo is doing with the kind of players they have, how young the players can be, guess what? You realize that team is built for future. Look at their structure and everything. It says more about them. So like definitely someday that dream of dominating football in Africa will be realized.
So Opopo, the proud of Southwest, the proud of Limbe, and now people that are was with him and are not more with him. You see them, these people, especially people from former, I won't say teammate, but former acolyte people. They were working together to bring the Southwest football into a higher position. Now that they're turning against him, what is really going on about the Southwest football? What's going on? While all this division, we started with the Jalakwan, the junior.
They used to be friends.
They used to be close, and now they're dragging each other. So, what's really going on in the Southwest football from your own point of view?
So, I don't even think it's a Southwest football thing. I think it's a human thing. I think it's becoming more of an Anglophone thing, where people want to drag each other down. Nowadays, I think people call it the crap mentality. Where crap in the bucket mentality, where once one crap is trying to go up, the other one pulls that crap down, thinking they're wanting to hold that crap, and so they can be the ones to jump over it. That is the same thing with when somebody's drowning. They say when you see somebody that's drowning, if you're not really good at swimming, don't try to save them, because they will hold you and you guys will drown together.
Or they will drown you and save themselves.
Yeah, or they can even push you down and then save. And that's what is actually happening. They say familiarity breeds contempt. I hope I got that line correctly. Familiarity breeds contempt, which is to say, once you start getting used to someone, at some point in time, you start feeling like they're your friend. You start feeling like, you understand, me and you today will be friends, and tomorrow you become president. I still feel like I will not refer you as Mr. President. I still feel like I should refer to you as Innocent, because me and you used to sit on Toridey and have conversations. That is just what is happening. A situation where this guy used to be like this, they usually say, oh, he became a photographer, oh, he became a this, that. But today he's a billionaire and he's doing wonderful things. But people who used to drink Gary with him, people who probably used to think that, oh, I come from a family that is better than who you are, and you understand, they still want to treat him like he is that person again. Now, when they want certain favors from him because they feel like they know him and things like that, and then they don't get it, guess what? It becomes, oh, if he say be woo, you understand? Or if he say be woo, he fire me. See, he too for fire me. But guess what? When he hired you, you did not say, oh, see, I can't man you, they hire me, oh, man, no work for you. So for me, that is where the problem is. The problem is just the fact that our community has gotten to that place where people are so comfortable disrespecting others because we are familiar with them, because we know them, because we saw them grow, because Toridey Hangout.
But I would say that it's not just whenever, if you know somebody, the kind of dragging this man has been facing is way beyond this just lack of respect and all that.
Can I tell you something?
Go ahead.
The difference is that we are in the social media age. It's been there long enough. It don't always be there.
But now the social media,
the social media, and I don't give them platform for voice certain things out. And sometimes even when they don't want to voice it out, the bloggers and the media houses will pick it up and then post it. You understand? Back in the days, who see TV boya, they want to go for Limbe, go take conversation, argument between these two persons can post them for CRTV. Say, oh, so for news today, president for Popo and former president for this.
You know, if you have
radio no do am, CRTV no do am. But nowadays we have blogs that are looking for that kind of news. We have individuals that will even fake it. A regular conversation with you and your brother, they will twist it, and then it becomes something else in the media. Yeah. So no matter some strange thing, no matter today these things happen, it don't happen since. For me, the only difference I say, social media don't come amplify their voices. But I think I should call that attitude out. I should call it out because it's a bad thing. Yeah. People must learn to give people the respect they deserve. It don't matter whether you're not them, a friend, whether you know them, whether not be drink a rita way. No, if the person don't grow, make sure you give the respect you deserve.
And this is one thing, you know, we had the Ndaze, the president Ndaze here, the Southwest Regional League president. So, and I really like his answer when we asked him about his relationship with Bob Didi Valentine Coin. And then people have to understand that when you guys are in a position of authority, you have to act a certain way. Sometimes we standing from afar, we don't really have all the facts necessary to assess the situation, but we just voice out our opinion, mindless of what is really happening. Mindless is what is really happening in there, what is the point, what is their objective, and all of that. So I'm saying this because I think it will be profitable. Of course, we are all human beings. We have our failures, we have our personality that might not be as shining as most people will want to, but all we want is the good of the Southwest football and the good of the football as a whole. So why don't we just put our energy together? We just put this synergy of energy together and bring and build, instead of wasting too much time and too much energy of trying to bring down one another. This is something we have to think about. I'm saying this because you say this is an attitude we want to call out. You want to talk about it. So this president, I don't know him personally, but what I've seen him doing with Opopo is something we have to applaud. He has his own personality. Maybe the passion that drives him makes him go turn fire real fast. All right, but this is somebody that loves with passion. Go ahead.
I want you to be honest.
Yeah, it's a conversation.
I want you to be honest. Yeah. I don't want you to, because I want you to be honest. Tell me 3 bad things that Bob Didi has done that you know, that any media has reported that you know. 3.
What the media report and what is actually true?
No.
Different.
No. What I'm saying is 3 that you know that is out there. For instance, they keep saying he's a bad guy. He's this, he's that, right? Just any 3 instances where they have reported things that made you feel like if it was true, then this one is bad. The first one can be the whole issue with that player, that young player, right? If it was true, then it's bad.
Yeah.
Which other ones you know?
The match fixing they were accusing him of.
Yeah. If it was true, it's bad. Which other one you know?
The entering the field and all of that with passion and trying to stop the game or talking to the ref the way it does. So yeah.
If it was true, it's bad.
Yeah.
Okay. For the one that he enters the field and stuff like that, he receives a suspension. So that one is authenticated.
Yeah.
The one for the kid, how did the case end?
Silence.
It means nothing. They didn't have, see Isabella is had 2-1 to crucify him, they would have used it. What was the other thing you talked about? The one that they say is fixing matches and stuff like that.
With the
so you think these other presidents don't have the connection and all of these, because he's not only il a gagné le championnat, Coton était là, Colombe était là, all of this. You think these teams don't have people that if this guy was really fixing matches, they know where to pursue him? You understand? So most of these things, people just like to take things that look like and then amplify them. Take situations that look like and then amplify them because they're trying to make a statement. They're trying to, and that's the bad thing that is happening in our community nowadays. The Anglophone man, I will say it the way it is. The Anglophone man has become that person where once they feel like I need to prove to the world that this man is bad, they don't say, oh, but this man is good, let me leave it like this. No. They will ignore the good things that you do. And when there is something that looks like that is when they will run to the public and want to speak.
Yeah.
That's the reason why most of the times when they won the championship, you didn't hear them say anything. When he was giving money, you didn't hear all of those, you know anyone say it. But once they say, oh, this player said that, boom,
it goes nuclear.
So that's how I don't know. That's how funny we are now. Yeah.
So, like I was saying, we just have to put our strength together and make something out of football as a whole. Like President Daze said, this football administration, federal administration, want football to be played in every village of Cameroon. So, and then we'll be having this with Malik, and we saw that you invited him a couple of days ago to present the Tico Rising tournament that is organizing, which really is dragging people around. This is the kind of energy we want to bring together. We want to come together, not saying that, no, this man is destroying this man is destroying this. So now that Malik is promoting a championship in Tico, to detect this talent and all of that, imagine, I'm just saying that, I'm just throwing this stone to Malik. That's my brother.
Let me cut you short. What you are trying to imagine is already happening.
Okay, exactly.
I don't know what you wanted to say, but let me just tell you that what you're trying to imagine.
Because now he will feel it from the standpoint of somebody that is living it and organizing it.
I had him on the show, right? And during the show, we decided to call a few people from Tico.
Yeah.
And one of the people who called actually complained that, oh, they told you last time because we win now because now Malikwe organized cup, Ikomana for Wakati. What is that? You understand? So, yeah. And then guess what? And then he actually said, oh, he don't tell it this time. Say, no, man, they be transparent, they play me. And then guess what? His team, his Kati team lost.
They knock him out.
They lost their first game.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And then now the people, they be like, will be told, I say they be cheating and cheating. You understand? So these are things that
exactly
people will just go ahead, especially because they are looking for ways to make excuse. And one thing that I don't learn for not be part of, where when situations happen, you make excuses. Leaders don't do that. You understand? You know, Bob Didi can't talk for online say, oh, we no win championnat. Now because some people they be hate we. Some people no. He comes out, applaud the guys, encourage them, pay them, give them money, and say next year
go
let us go. Go and
enjoy something for vacation.
Next year let's come back and we do something better. But guess what the other person will do? The other person will come and say, oh, these people, the jealousy people, now because they need a camp fee. Oh, now because they need to do this. Oh, now because we play the same match. Oh, now. So you see the difference between somebody who's a leader, a visionary leader, and somebody who is just, I don't know, some funny person who is the only work is to go around dragging people down.
Yeah.
So yeah, person like Malik, talking about him, my brother is doing wonderfully well for Tico. His love for that town. And trust me, for those who don't even know, before I even make videos about Tico to criticize Tico or to say certain things about Tico, it is difficult.
Yeah.
Because I know how much he loves that town. I know how much he's invested. I know how much he's not only investing financially, teaching the kids, talking to these young boys, telling them what to do and stuff like that. Yeah. And I know how when they do certain things, he will probably sit in his room and cry. But at the end of the day, I am Toridey. You understand? Yes. I cannot say it for Kumba, say it for Moyoka, say it for Douala, say it for Kuseri. And then it comes to Tico, I say, no, I will not say it because I know my brother is in pain. Now, why do you just respect? I just tie a heart. You just be like this Toridey. Yeah, but shout out to you, bro. You're doing wonderfully well. Continue to do it for the town. We know with time, when you have more resources, it's not only going to be about Tico, it's going to be about Limbe, it's going to be about Kumba, Douala. It's going to organize that same competition all over the country and maybe all over the continent. So continue to do what you do, and we'll do for your back.
So as for we want to cut this, we've been going for about an hour. So we want to, what can you say to people now that doesn't really know Popo and Bob Gigi? Just give them a concluding word about Bob, the person he is, the leader he is, and the team he's running.
We had a show yesterday, and one caller said something that struck me. We were talking about politics, and we're talking about Camto and all of this, all this rubbish thing that's happening. And he said he's just wanting our community to learn one thing. It's easy to identify who a real leader is. And to identify who a real leader is, take for instance somebody who is 60 years old, somebody like Camto, you understand? 75. And they are running for a public office. The easiest thing for you to do to know if this guy is serious or not, even before you look at his manifesto, go and ask yourself what that man has done individually for their community. his relationship with his immediate community.
No, the neighbors.
Yeah, like the neighbors,
Mhm.
like he's a rich man, he's been a wealthy man. He was he was a minister or whatever in the ministry in the 90s. You understand? So, and you being a minister or working for the ministry back then, it means you were already a millionaire or something. So from during that time, what did he do to his media community? Scholarships, helping kids, spending time with people, building boreholes, doing this, introducing projects. You know so many people in France, you know so many people in America. What are you doing to help your immediate community? If you pay attention to what people have done for their immediate community, it says a lot about what they are going to do when they become leaders. Take, for instance, somebody like Malik. Malik came to America a few years ago, right? This guy probably doesn't even have his own to eat. But he will do back-to-back double shift just because he wants to organize a competition for Tico, because the town after 2020, because of the crisis, was really like down. You understand? I just needed to raise money, 3 million, which is about $6,000 over a year, or how much, and just put a tournament where I'm not getting 5 francs. Because I just want my people to just play, just come together and just have that fun.
Yeah.
Do you think somebody like that, when tomorrow he becomes, he's been doing this for a very long time.
Yeah.
Do you think somebody like that, if he has the opportunity to occupy public office, even if he's going to steal, he will at least do something for the people?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with people like Bob Didi. I'm encouraging people to not only pay attention to the Opopo president that they see today. I'm encouraging people to go and find out who Bob Didi really is. You understand? We've seen him after the league. He organized a barbecue. He was the one serving food and things like that. You will notice that in most of his videos, when they are eating and this and that, he will pick up fish from his plate and put it in another person's plate, or he will pick up a piece of meat. Now, because of the too much hygiene that people have learned today and stuff like that, he don't allow to. Guess what? Back in the day, what was that? That was love. That was family.
Yeah.
Where I can even pick up your meat and I bite it with my teeth and I put it back there and you eat it.
Yep.
I can take your beer and I drink it and I give you drink. Because we trusted each other. We knew that health-wise, all of us were fine and all of that.
Yeah.
That was all sharing.
Yeah.
So pay attention to the man, not only because he's a president of Opopo. You understand? Pay attention to his parkour. And that was why I wanted him on Toridey. Because I wanted us to discuss his parkour, discuss the many friends, our friends. I'm telling you, back in the days, our training premium from Jalakwan was 1,000 francs, which was good enough money. Just imagine back in the days, good enough money to feed you for the whole day and even the next day. But guess what? After our training, Bob Didi will still pick up some few of us and take us to a corner and say, eat pop-off, eat beans, eat pap, and whatever, and he will pay. He will come to you and he will say, oh, I saw this boot. The boot was just so good. I know if you wear this boot, you're going to kill Tico United. You buy the boot and come and give you. This guy was not wealthy. This guy was nothing. You understand?
Yeah.
The person who is actually manager, I think, for Opopo right now, was with him from when
he was around.
He was around. Yeah, when we were playing Akada. Do you know what it means for this man to keep this person around until right now? That's the only job the man has. Yeah. And he probably has a family of maybe 2 or 3 or 4. And that's where he's feeding his family. Yeah. So if this is not somebody who really care about his community, he will not do things like that. He will not invest the kind of money he's investing. You understand? You saw when he had the meeting, the end of year meeting.
Yeah.
The lady came and said, he gave the lady, I think, 1 million or 2 million. And the lady said, oh, how much have I given you before? Oh, you are the one who's actually building my house. You understand? First of all, he gave her money to go and buy a piece of land. Then later on, oh, what have you done with that piece of land? It's just then, okay, take this money, go and start the foundation. Take this money, go and raise it. Take this money until
the house is up.
It's completed.
That's it. I mean,
so people, like I said, let me just conclude by saying, don't only look at the person people wanting you to castigate. Go and look at his back. Go and ask questions about him. Try to find out about him before you even try to destroy him. You might be trying so hard to destroy somebody that so many people are leaning on to feed their families and feed their kids and just survive in life.
So, guys, as we are rounding up, all we have to say, and if you want to remember something from this show, stay together. I'm talking especially to Southwest leaders, football leaders. I'm talking to guys, stay together. Yeah, we all are human beings. We might have our failures, we might have our temper or personality, but the real evolution will come when we stand together. Stand together. If Bob Didi is doing something bad, you call him out, talk about it, you fix it. But whenever it comes to how to bring football to the higher level, go together. Go together. This division of this, of that is not helping football and not helping this kid we are trying to bring up. You know, we are using football as a platform to make a family a living, to change us, to break the cycle, the poverty, poverty cycle in the family. So let's stand together. And then those who don't know Bob Didi, go close to him, find out who the person is. All right. And then see the kind of investment he's been doing in the football, in the kind of investment he did, not just in Opopo, and the kind of people he's impacting in life, the real life. So guys, let's stand together. Let's stick together. And when we have our own issue like brothers, let's solve it like they say, le linge sale se lave en famille. Let's sit as a family and fix it up and move on together.
I just wanted to add that with what he said, I just wanted to remind you that we can argue, you can criticize constructively, but the bad thing we do, or the one thing you should not allow happen is, because you criticize someone and then you see some other person really wanting to drag them down and destroy them, and you are okay with that. You understand? I've done that also. I did that in the past, where because I was angry with somebody or because I felt like somebody was not doing things the way they're supposed to do things, I saw some other person humiliating them in a way that was not even right. You understand? Using facts or using things that were not right to humiliate them. But because I felt like, oh, me and the man, they fight, I don't get time, me they disgrace. No, we cannot allow that to happen. You can have your back and forth with someone, you can have your argument with someone. When it comes to someone wanting to destroy them, you should not tolerate it. You should not admit it. Especially if somebody is even trying to use what you said about them to twist it and make it really look than that person. No, you go out there and correct the facts that, hey, no, now true say the man drive me for a house. They not drive me for a house now because they no one ever see me anymore. But that's what they do, right? I send you away from here. And then they say, oh, I don't drive it now because maybe you don't even. They start, no. We should be able to say, no, that man say me come over now because they don't just tire. And like we should be able to correct some of these facts that people are, this misinformation that people are spewing because of maybe one or two back and forth that me and you.
I don't know if in our comment section somebody have something to say before we round up. If somebody have an intervention or
I just don't like the fact that many people from Limbe fail to comparatively analyze what we have now and what we had before. So this is actually coming from our board and D. So what he's saying is because he's a Limbe guy and he knows very well the struggle football in Limbe has gone through. If you look at the interquarters they are playing right now in Limbe, you look at the field, you look at how the ambience is packed and everything. And then when it comes to first division, you realize that that's who our people really are. It's about what the benefit directly. They know that the interquarter team, maybe their boyfriend is playing or maybe their family member is playing, or when they win the cup, they're going to go to the cartier, buy Mimbo, and everyone is going to drink and stuff like that. That's why they're investing that much time in. When it comes to Limbe, Opopo, they feel that, oh, they Bob Didi team, like, they don't show up.
But they have to understand that it's a community thing.
They
is not Bob Didi.
They don't.
After Bob Didi, Opopo will still be. Before Bob Didi, Opopo was.
So we have to understand that. These people don't, and it's ridiculous. So what he's trying to say is, if we just try to do that comparison of yesterday and today, and we are honest, every person will at least tell Bob Didi thank you. Greetings from us. Nice program. Plenty of us know about the history. Yeah, just try to do your research. It's a man call. Elvis one call. Okay. Elvis, if you want call, you get my phone number, I think.
We'll put the phone number for you guys to call and then voice your opinion. You know, Bob Didi definitely is watching this show. He will watch later because right now he was kind of caught up with some responsibilities. So he will definitely know. And maybe you have a question that you want him to answer. Maybe sees that we might come back later on. And then, the phone line is open now. So
the phone line is open. Elvis, if you call, and any person will get any question, if you never write down in the comment section, if you call, You ask your question. Elvis, go ahead. If you call, now phone number that.
So, me personally, I've just been seeing somebody, a businessman that is investing with a lot of passion, in Southwest. And to be honest, I'm just like the guy in the comment section that say most of us don't know that history, the kind of person this guy is. We just see whenever people pick the little negative thing that they have to, or they want to say about him and put it out there and make like if this is the personality of this president. No, we have at least trying to give. We are trying. We hope to bring him on so that you will hear from him. All right.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Baba, you get me?
Yeah, Toridey, I get you very well. Was alone of the studio, yeah, man.
Hello, Baba. Go ahead.
Yeah, your topic we did today don't really touch me, and I really anticipate for come watch the show today because I really expect a Bob will come online and successful people like that one for community and I put it whatever I like to listen for them because one thing that I don't always get I don't always find it a little bit difficult for for Cameroon as a whole because most successful people in for community, people they hardly really go close to them, like maybe they can't share their story and stuff like that. So people they usually attribute and say that man on mouse on young man.
Yeah.
And we a lot of people they actually learn from if that person really actually explain like from the early days to the present position where they could have learn something from that thing. So I will really anticipate to come watch with even though come online today, but you don't talk a lot of things in way it go with the way my kind way of thinking because some of we will not grow with us sideways, but just because people don't come with first division, we don't do the year about Bob Didi year and there and sometimes we even they hate the man who don't even know his personality, we don't even know just because don't know him because of that team don't do the first division, but we don't know the genesis. How you don't talk now how he don't do for even Akada before one come even ever start putting money for football and all those things. They say as Mike don't like football and things.
Yeah.
You see,
but we talk so more than 20 years here.
Yes, we don't just know with the man at time we don't be president with Koshi and all those kind of things. Yes. So one thing where I need to talk to people that never criticize people when they do things and way they be wrong. But one thing I don't always understand of my life and I say, I know if you go, if you invite me to your party, then I want can tell some man about that party where Sakobi call me for the first thing I want tell some man about that thing, I refer the first thing we're talking wrong na the bad thing we go see I go start and say Sakobi wear some shoe for the way that shoe na cheap shoe. I mean inside all that party, so I just go pinpoint and one thing correct. How can they put that out there? So even when I look at like thing you do and your man, look, you didn't arrive a task here, but you struggle to connect with Bob G the way they for the ground. You struggle to connect when that's the way they for ground. Forget their own side of the story because you hear something the way want to get some conclusion where you don't know whether that thing is really true or not be really true or how it is. Yes, you want just in the way you don't hear also from the people. So sometimes they also get an issue with some bloggers and they blog about Cameroon football now because I don't see plenty bloggers they don't come up time as it don't come for presidency for fake food. I see all kinds of now. I don't know whether for enjoy a time now so they will report first division. I might be wrong, but maybe the same so. Yes, but video then they everywhere now about first division. All man talk about football now. Oh, it don't do one. Oh, the man about do one. Oh, Bob don't do one. It's fine. I like and so because the conversation. Now everybody is same. But I ask myself sometimes, but now say Bob Didi and even then that's the bad or na some way the blogger the way they report about this. Yeah, the blogger the way they report about it in the way the people they do one. He passed them for just because I see say they go fee. He passed them for just work. I go in my office, knock doors here, but more get some small interview. Might ask some question the way you feel they talk for public because the way the thing that they go. Rather than joke, they only talk say that's they do so. Bob Didi they do so. But they bring we because I don't think that people will deny for talk for you. If they talk for you, you don't bring that as a platform. Meaning say any blogger will pay if he bring you for that platform. But we'll never ever see them for the castigation a bad man.
You know why they need bring you.
You don't bring it. Yeah. So why they need to go? That means because they want you to paint the mind in black.
They need to bring in because if you bring in, he can explain to you way they know like him. So they don't choose their own information they want to put out there. Now the information that they put out there. For instance, if you talk about say he carry final for meaning Tapo go play for Kumba. Because even semi-final, they be plan to play one of the semi-final for Kumba. But for security reasons, they just say no, they go plan for freeway. These miscreants, you know, if he disturb them. You hear it come for Toridey. He talks to the reason why he make and go play that final for Kumba. Now because bro, for more than how many years with me I know football for Cameroon, for Southwest, they never ever play mini interpol for Kumba. I went from Boya to Kumba now like 40 minutes and a third road. You understand? Why?
Yeah.
Why would you
so you
play
don't
mini
go to that side,
to enjoy them?
Good. So now the thing in that way, we even sometimes in the we like we were with the younger generation. Sometimes in the way, even for some time, if I want to criticize person in some way too, I will criticize them with some level of respect. I don't talk listen in my class. They talk a lot of things they don't do for pay way. I'm not even sure whether for this life and my next life I can do. So I know go pinpoint all the things the way don't when you don't find about you can go on top. The one the way don't do and way find me, I don't do my own one. That is thing that will give it the change, will give for you then give it the growth some way, will give it criticize for them, but we give for criticize with respect. Look, for example, like na Young Sport Academy that we Emma can take Young Sport Academy to spend the budget for it. Emma na normal na young person but man, Emma over some billionaire or some millionaire. Emma don't can take that team to spend the budget for it. So man, don't can castigate Emma. I don't ever give 10,000 for that team. I never ever give money for that team.
And then when you call and say $100 data supporter, they start vex. Now the one that they capitalize for. See?
Yes. Look, even like Opopo, we don't say Opopo na community team. Sometimes in the way we as human we act out of character. But look, even the team that we find the one they talk say. Now so he gave it, no like so. That fan they talk for position way year one start. They don't buy their ticket them for the whole year for all match.
Yeah.
So president for that team, they listen for that fan them. Going to that fan them, they play a key role on how that team the work.
Yeah.
So but look like teams like Opopo for only go castigate Bob Didi. More for us who say like we they fan them in the first place. Say, next year, the team to go for first division will play. We as fan them, we register and raise for the club. We contribute in a way to the club way. We want to get that opinion, never tell the person where you put your money for that team, how the team gave it go, how the team not give it go on, and all those things. And so, at least for community, we give a growth where we give it a check, more not only the castigate, more also the ask what serve them as humans and say, wait, will contribute and for the area they will grow. The other day I look for the very social media who did that grandma they do that football, they do have a tickle. That's very fine thing. I never ever do a tickle. So even as if they do that thing, so some blogger can post for war. Some player best man of the match. I think he post I don't know another 10,000 on 5,000. Some person can make comment on that. Some person can make comment on that. Say only 5,000 for man of the match. Then you can on a poster. Yeah. So why you don't look say okay, this way Mali they do. He don't struggle put Malik no only picking vertical way get the budget. People can get money plenty. So why you don't look and say okay, this any money do the man of the man na 5,000 you don't put on. Majo bring in small money more around over 10K over 15K. Why you want to go castigate and say that 5K will give is small? That means you don't so man so that mentality. Yes. So mentality they will give a change and more no say will give a big actors them like what you are talking yesterday about that show where they accused some of the politicians them say you one can tell we more vote for you for give powerful office for Cameroon for control all team for Cameroon. Okay, we'll give that office. But first tell me whether the cartier where your mommy born you for this.
You do it for this.
You don't ever buy a book share and bundle or pen or you even pay me the clear road. You don't know whether you don't ever be active for something. Yes, before one you that general job where you go because if you feel on the care that kind of way for your community, it means say what we don't do for your community, you feel replicate. If you retrieve as you talk, you go retrieve the replicate with something. But if you never ever do you because you know so you don't get money.
You don't get money since
for years. Yes, you don't have government work for years, you don't make money. So I don't think say book if you buy a size book for 1 million share and via village. We not be talking you can share and for own village. You say just show your community work for your own village. then we go know say okay, you the big office, then you feel replicate what you will do in your village for our own village. So if you never do in your community, then we know things if you do in Cameroon.
Yep.
So yeah, and I join my contribution that one, Baba. I learn a lot from the platform, and I like them very much.
No, Baba, small.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. Small, we'll definitely get to Sawood go and wait till we talk. It's really pertinent. It's really serious. Pay attention to what that person is doing for that community. We don't do it effortlessly for that community. You don't do it for a very long time. Because any height, now the footprint them. And that is one thing America is big for. That is one thing America is big for. Before you take some kind of office for America, they want to know your ideology. They want to know how you think. They get for be sure, say, okay, now so the person they go. Before you see people, they line for your back and then they do whatever they have to do. But for our case, it's you know,
you know, guys, as our last caller was talking, is very important for us. Before you even criticize, put your little bit of input, just a little bit of like he was talking about the rising Tico tournament.
Tico
that
is rising.
Tico is rising. That Malik is organizing. You see, some gentlemen say, "Okay, I'm going to offer 5,000 for the best, for the man of the match." People come to their blog and be dragging him down instead of say, "Okay, this is 5,000. Let I add my 5,000 so that it be 10,000 for the MVP, for the player of the match." And that's how we build it. We have everybody to contribute and make the show more interesting. You understand? But anyway, I'll give a call for Mali. We need to push Tico is rising up. We need to push him up. So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for your comment in the session. Thank you for sharing. And we're still gonna have this kind of conversation, but it's good today that some people know a little bit more about Bob Didi and Valentin Quem. We know that he's gonna be watching the show, and hopefully we'll still hope to get him for you guys to talk with him, to interact with him, to listen from his own mouth and learn if you need to learn, and know something that you don't know on his own viewpoint. So we thank you. Happy Sunday to all guys. We are together, and let's stay together.